Hey guys, Matt, number 943. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Lionel Legacy 2010 Virginian Heritage SD70ACe and the matching freight cars to go along with it. So this set consists of a SD70ACe Legacy with all your nice Legacy sounds, and then it has a 60-foot box car, a die-cast Colt car, and a CA-4 caboose. Now, none of this was sold together. If you wanted the set, you had to buy the engine and all three cars separate. So you had to buy the engine separate, the box car separate, the Colt car separate, and the caboose separate. Okay, so we're going to start things off by taking a look at the SD70ACe. I'm going to summarize this engine very briefly by saying it's a typical Lionel Legacy diesel, and by that I mean it looks really good and it sounds fantastic. Really nice sound of horn, really nice sound of bell. It's got the Trans-Pacific Crew Talk sound, so it has the Virginian 1907 name and number in the Crew Talk sounds, which sounds really nice. It's very nicely detailed. It got a lot of nice detail with the pilot. It's got a snowplow already attached on the pilot. The MU hoses are fed through the pilot. Nice couple of cut bar. Really nice stanchion and handrail work all on the engine. Nice horn applied. Smokestack with the smoke unit inside there. You got two crew guys up in the cab. This back hatch comes off for your controls and your battery compartment, and then you have fan blades there. Really nice detail on this engine. I personally think that Lionel does a really good job with their SD70 diesels. So that was just a quick look at the SD70ACe. My plan is to do a review on the SD70ACe. I want to try to get the Conrail version of the SD70. If I do that, I will definitely do a full review on that one, and also I'll run all of them. We have this one here, and then I have the Pennsylvania 1854, and my grandpa has the Norfolk and Western unit. And I'm going to try to get that Conrail one. If I do, I'll definitely run all four of them, and I will fully review one of them. I'm not sure which one, but eventually I will do that. Here's a look at the rolling stock that comes with the set that you can buy. This is the 60-foot box car. Now, this is a very large car. I'm not exactly sure the length of it. I didn't get a chance to measure it, but it's a very large car, really big, really nice looking car too. I do have to say, I love the graphics on the side with the flame on there. Really nice. I love the big NS logo, the Thoroughbred logo on the side. That's really sharp. Really nice detail. Got the handrail detail here, grab irons that are painted yellow. You got the door that opens up right there. Rotating bearing caps on the trucks. Really nice car. Only downside, very light piece. I'm not a fan of that. It is very light, and I'm personally just not appealed to that it's a very light car. You have non-thumbtack couplers, so you don't got to worry about any thumbtacks or anything like that. But very light car. It's nice, but it's very light. And for $80, this is kind of unacceptable, the weight. You would think this car would weigh 3 or 4 pounds for $80. We picked this up actually rather cheap. Same with the Colt car, but still, you would think this car would weigh a lot more for the price. Next up, here's a look at the die-cast Colt car. Now, this car is very nice. I'm actually thinking about picking one of these up for myself. This is not my set, this is my uncle's. But I may try to pick one of these up for myself. I really like this car. I love the graphics. The graphics on this thing are just fantastic. You have the Virginian name spelled out, which is really good. Now, what's interesting is the road number here, 27438. That is actually the rest of the 6- number. The 6- number on this car is 6-27438. So I find it kind of cool that the 6- number is the card number, which is kind of cool. You have the cold load up on top here. Now, this cold load can be removed, by the way. There's little spring-loaded doors on the underside here that come out. You can stick like a screwdriver, a pen, or pencil up there, and then you can take the cold load out. Now, what you could do if you want is you could put coal or ballast or something in there to make this car a little heavier if you wanted to. However, the die-cast shell on the car alone is pretty heavy, but you could do that if you want. I've done it to some of my plastic-bodied cars, and it's made them way heavier. And I may try doing it to some of the die-cast ones just to see how much they would weigh more. And finally, here's a look at the CA-4 caboose. This caboose is really nice. Only downside with it though is it's red and blue. I kind of wish it was black and blue like the engine was with the flame. It's got the flame on there, but it's not black. It's red, which I really don't like. That it's kind of sets off the whole thing. I mean, it's nice car, but kind of wish that it had that really nice detail on it. You got a whole nice amount of grab iron detail and very nice step detail on the ends. You have a smokestack. Now this does have an operating smoke unit. Now it's not a fancy fan-driven one like on the engine. It just kind of comes out in a little wisp, but it's still kind of nice to have it there. It's simulating a stove in the caboose that they use for cooking and stuff like that. Okay, so that was just a very brief look at the set. I tried to make this as quick as I can just because I really want to run the engine for you guys. We've had this engine for about a month. I'm sorry I haven't done this review earlier. The reason why I haven't was because we were having a lot of troubles with our legacy command set, having a lot of signal issues, and this specific engine here could not run at all. So I would have otherwise done the review sooner, but I couldn't. But glad I'm finally able to get it done. But anyway, without any further ado, let's turn it on and run it. Okay, so we're all set, got the track power on. Now real quick before we turn it on, just want to give you my favorite feature. My favorite feature on this one is the horn. Really nice sound of horn. Now it's not the really nice horn that's on the Pennsylvania SD70 or the NS blue and white SD70, but at any rate it's still a really nice sound of horn. But I'm going to turn it on real quick here. Use the extended startup sequence on the Legacy.
Virginian 1907, do you read me? Virginian 1907 here, I read you. Start up and stand by. Roger, out.
I got the sounds kind of turned down a little bit, but there we go. Alright, here's the horn. Here's the bell. That of course was the continuous ringing bell. I really like the sound of that. It really sounds good. You can do a single hit one if you feel like it. Here's the sound of couplers. Here's the RPM sounds. And finally, here's some of the crew talk.
This is Virginian 1907. Am I clear to make a move? Over. No, 1907. Please stand by. Over. Acknowledged. Waiting on a clear track. 1907 out. Virginia 1907. Please stand by. Over. Okay. 1907 out. Dispatcher, this is Virginia 1907. Hoses are coupled. Am I clear to make a move? Over. Virginia 1907. Clear onto the main. Over. Roger that. 3 outbound. 1907 out.
And one more.
Virginia 1907, clear onto the main. Over. Copy that. 3 outbound. 1907 out.
Alright, let's go for it.
Virginia 1907 here. We're on the move. Over. Roger that. 1907, stand by and set your brakes. Out. Dispatcher, Virginian 1907 here, going off duty. Have a good one. Out.
Well, anyway, guys, that about wraps up for this review on this SD70ACe and the freight cars. Very nice set. I really have to say that the paint scheme on this one is really, really nice, and it really nice. You know, these aren't real. This engine here is not real. You cannot find this in real life, but it's fictional. But it's really, really nice. I think that it's kind of cool that Lionel did do some non-real heritage SD70ACEs along with the real one. They did make the real version of this one. If you want that, you could get that or this, whatever you want. We got this for a really good price. We got it for $380 at Nicholas Smith Trains. And then the freight cars, we got the box car from Nicholas Smith for around $43. The coal car we got from a place called Sidetrack Hobbies up in Maryland for I think $45. And then the caboose, we had a very hard time finding the caboose. We got that at America's Best up in Illinois. I think in Illinois, I forget. But that we paid full-blown retail, which is $90 for. But really nice set, you know. If you could find all the pieces, parts, go for it. Really nice. So I'll link the engine page in the description, and that'll allow you to get to the freight cars with it too, because they're linked together. So, but that's going to wrap it up, guys. I'm Matt, Trend over 943. We'll catch you later.